Hey now, just want to do a quick market update for March 21st, 2022. What's new in the markets? Well, basically nothing. Bitcoin hovering at about 40,877. It's been fluctuating between 40,500 and 41,500 for the last week. Nothing new. Stock market is pretty much down today, and Bitcoin is pretty much the same spot it's been for the last couple days. We were at a high of 41.3, I think, on Friday, and now we're down about $1,000 from there. So to me, Bitcoin looks very weak still. Typical bear market activity. The only thing that kind of is weird is that the altcoins aren't doing all that bad. I mean, you're seeing a lot of these altcoins like BNB, XRP is up, Terra Luna, which is always up, but Terra Luna will crash pretty hard, folks. So don't get too excited over Terra Luna. Trust me. I wouldn't be surprised if Terra Luna dumps 50% in a day at some point in the next month. But Cardano is up, which is strange. Cardano's up for about 5%. It was down to about 87 cents, and now it's right back up to 91 cents. So, a lot of these altcoins are some are pumping a little bit. Like there's some life in these altcoins, which is weird to me because usually in these bear markets, when Bitcoin goes down a little bit, so do the altcoins. But you're hearing a lot of talk right now of the no more 4-year cycles for Bitcoin. Everybody wants to say, hey, we're not in the 4-year cycle anymore. It's going to be different this time. Is that possible? Absolutely. But I think the main reason a lot of people say we're not going to have the 4-year cycles is because the thought of being in a bear market for another year or two makes people want to pull their hair out. People are very impatient. So if you say, "Hey, look, it's going to be another 2 years before you make any money and you see any gains in your crypto," most people can't think past like tomorrow or the next day or the next month. When you tell them 2 years, they freak out. And I think that's a lot of what you're seeing because Bitcoin is pretty much doing exactly what it did in 2017, 2018, 2013, 2014, the bear market before. It's pretty much doing the same exact thing. It's dumped 50%. The altcoins have dumped 60 to 80%, and it's just hovering in a range. And it's been doing that for the last 6 months. So I don't know what people are talking about. Sure, it's possible the cycles are going to be shorter this time, but who cares one way or the other? We're still in a bear market. Whether the bear market ends in 6 months or 2 years, the end effect is basically the same. But I think a lot of this crap is just people who are impatient and they just don't want to accept the reality that we might be in a long-term bear market. Also, it's hopium, and hopium gets a lot of people wrecked. I'd rather go into the mindset very conservative, saying, hey, we're probably going to go into a multi-year bear market. That way, it prevents me from getting wrecked and other people from getting wrecked. I'm not going to come in and say, oh, shorten cycles, we're going to go into a bull market at any moment. I'm not seeing that. And I see Bitcoin as being very, very weak right now. I mean, we were at 45,000, 44,000 a couple weeks ago, and we were pumping and dumping from that level. Now we can't even get past 41,000. We can't even hit 42,000. Everything seems very weak. And if the stock market dumps hard, so is Bitcoin. So it is nice to see some of these altcoins holding their value a little bit, but everything kind of seems very bearish to me. Like I said in my previous videos, I think Bitcoin needs to flush down to the 20,000s and then from there go up. And I think until that happens, we're going to be in this depressing range for a while. But I could be wrong. Maybe we'll go into a bull market tomorrow. And that's why I do have money invested just in case that happens. But I am waiting for a bigger dump. Some other news I saw today, BlockFi, a great place to get interest on your stablecoin, at least it was, but now if you're an American, you can't. But I have a bunch of money in BlockFi, and since I'm an old customer, I'm still getting, I think, 9% on my USDT or USDC. They were hacked. That's never good to see. But it turns out it was just a data breach and no funds were stolen. But this goes to show folks this is why you get the interest holding stablecoins. Because you could be hacked at any moment. Who's ever holding your coin can be hacked, and then you lose it all. Versus if you have your money in a bank account and you're getting 0.1%, if some guy comes in there with a machine gun and steals all the money, you get all your money back from the federal government. Nothing is insured here. BlockFi or any of these other Celsius, if they lose your money, you lose all your money. And I actually think it's worth far more than 9%. They should be paying you like 50% interest because it's highly risky. So you always want to make sure you don't put too much money in these interest-bearing accounts. Because remember, it's not like putting dollars in there. You're putting these cryptos in there. Even if it's a stable coin, if it gets stolen, you'll never get it back. So anyway, but thankfully it looks like it's not going to affect any customers, and it was just some data breach, which who knows whatever that means. So that kind of scared me when I saw that this morning. No more forest cycles. We talked about that, and really, some good news is Goldman Sachs. The Goldman Sachs Bank is now accepting cryptocurrency for over-the-counter trades. They are now trading crypto. This is a really big deal because a couple of years ago, Goldman Sachs pretty much said crypto was a scam, and now they actually are trading crypto, and you can actually trade crypto through the bank of Goldman Sachs. So that's a very good. And one other way you can tell you're in a bear market is when you have news like this, which is pretty big news, and it doesn't pump the market at all. That's typical bear market activity. Good news does absolutely nothing for the price. If we got this news right here in a bull market, Bitcoin would pump 20% immediately. But because we're in a bear market, it does nothing. So that's just the way these bear markets are. But this is very good news. You're going to see a lot more institutions and banks allowing people to trade Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years you'll be able to buy crypto at Bank of America. Very good news right here. So other than that, folks, everything's pretty much chilling. If the stock market dumps more today, so is Bitcoin and all these other coins. I still think we're in a bear market, so we'll see what happens. I think we're going to be in a bear market for at least all of 2022. Doesn't mean we're not going to pump up to $50,000 tomorrow, but I think if we do, we'll just get rejected and crash right back down. Have money on the side and get ready to buy these dips, and also have money in the market in case we do go into a bull market. You have to be prepared for either scenario. But don't believe the hype from a lot of the other YouTubers. They will get you wrecked. And my personal trading philosophy, if BitBoy or Crypto Banter tell you to do something, do the direct opposite and you will do far better. And like I said in my Terra Luna video yesterday, yeah, Terra Luna is pumping, but Crypto Banter has been pumping this thing for the last couple months. This thing will crash hard, and I think UST will also take a major depegging hit when the next time Terra Luna dumps. If Terra Luna dumps down to $50, $40, $30 in the bear market or just bad news, I see UST depegging and probably dropping 50% of its value as well. So tread lightly with this Terra Luna. Sure, it could pump up to $200 tomorrow, but I don't trust it. That's my feeling. The people behind Terra Luna are a bunch of skis-balls, and it's unsustainable, and they're paying you 20% interest just to hold UST. It's all a big Ponzi. But I do have some money in UST just to get the 20% interest, but I'm ready to sell that at the nick of any trouble. If I see Terra Luna dumping, if I see anything happening with depegging of UST, I'm selling it. I have it on my phone, and I'm going to sell that couple $1,000s immediately because I don't trust it. Now, these people who have like $200,000 in Anchor Protocol, I think they're going to get burned really bad if we go into a very long bear market and Terra drops 60, 70%. I think it's going to be really nasty. That's my opinion on it. Have a good day.